What's going on, guys? It's Greg Styles, and today we have a review of the all-new CEO 2. This one is brought to you by Universal Lacrosse. They're kind enough to send one down for us to check out, so head to the link in the description if you want to learn more and buy one. Universal is actually giving away a free knee pad with every CEO 2 purchase, so good little incentive there for you guys if you want to go check one out. But this is the all-new CEO 2 from Nike, highly anticipated, and the CEO and the way it kind of fits the role that it is has a little bit of a backstory to it. So the original CEO came out like 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a long time, and it was originally intended as a midfield attack head. And initially, a lot of midfielders and attackmen used it. It had this really high pinch and flare. I even used the CEO myself for a little while back in the East Coast mesh days because it has that really nice high pinched face shape that a lot of people like, and a really pointed scoop. It had some great offensive features. But then some face-off guys started to figure out that it had unique flex points that were beneficial, and there was one face-off guy, I don't think, because he's not a Nike athlete, I'll mention him, but everyone knows who he is, and he was a big advocate for the CEO and sort of helped make it a popular face-off head. And what they like is the way that these rails go in these big open spaces create what they call face flex, where this is going to condense down and the head's going to flex this way as opposed to on like a 3/4 angle like most face-off heads. So it sort of took on a life of its own, became a face-off head, and became the #1 selling head in lacrosse for a very long time because face-off guys loved it. They burn through heads really fast. They tend to warp really badly, but also some offensive guys were still buying it, so it was crazy popular. And everyone loved it for face-offs. And as I was thinking about, when they were going to come out with the CEO 2, I was wondering, were they going to make it just a face-off head, try and keep it in the middle where you could face off or play offense with it. And for the CEO 2, the direction they took is pretty much specializing it as a FOGO head, since that is what everyone really wanted to see. So now you've got the CEO 2 with face-off style improvements. Disclaimer here, as I do with every face-off review, I'm not a face-off guy. I can't speak exactly how this is going to work on the field. You can check out Blake from Green Knuckles Lacrosse or Greg Renling's review if you want some very good face-off guys to tell you how it's going to work on the field, flex-wise, feel-wise, just basically breaking down our specs and thoughts. So here you've got the CEO 2, and one thing I think they did a really good job of is not messing with what was working. So if you look, it is pretty much a carbon copy. The design is so similar, it's unbelievable. They just changed a few things the face-off guys wanted and left everything else completely alone. On the weight, the original CEO was 5 ounces. The CEO 2 is 5 1/4. And I think a lot of that is this more solid throat and also the plug that's adding some plastic, because I don't think the rails are much thicker, maybe just a little bit on the CEO 2. As far as stiffness goes, this is a very old one, but it is new. I would say the CEO 2 is significantly stiffer than the original CEO is, so just something to keep in mind. But the things that they changed are basically the look, right? You've got a new throat jewel in here, you've got some new aesthetics on the sidewall, just the way the rails run and some designs and cuts. But the big thing CEO guys wanted was the short throat. Once the dual came out, pretty much every face-off head had to have a short throat. It's a great advantage. So they threw the plug in there, also gave you a short throat, so you have more control, get your hand close to the plastic. This is pretty obvious for a face-off guy. And the other more subtle change they made was at the scoop. We talked about that pointed scoop. It's a little less pointed right here at the top, so you can get ground balls a little bit easier. It's a little more rounded on the back. Overall, just a slightly nicer scoop when you're thinking about face-off guys who are getting way more GBs than shooting. And other than that, the strut pattern, even the sidewall holes, they are all exactly identical. You've got 2 screw holes here in the back, none on the sides, but it's a pretty thick throat, and I think it should be solid enough with 2 screw holes. So one thing that I was wondering is, can you still use this head at offense? And I saw some guys in college, even at LSM, using this head. I think the short throat has some advantages even for an offensive player. It still has that really nice high pinch and flare, and it is surprisingly stiff. I expected them to make it less stiff. I see this being a little stiff for a face-off head, but for an attacker midfield head, I still think this would be a fantastic option. So I think you could still face off with it, but you could also play attacker midfield. So even though they may have tried to make it a FOGO head, I still think it works really well for both. So in conclusion, some great improvements, left what worked alone and upgraded those few things that face-off guys want to see. I'm sure there's going to be some guys that are still diehard original CEO fans because this had a certain, unique way that it was working, but I think it's definitely worth checking out the 2. One thing to note, this is $100 where most heads are 90. So they did take a $10 little price upgrade on the CEO2. So thanks for watching. Again, check out the link in the description if you want to buy one. Free knee pad from Universal Lacrosse. Let me know in the comments what you think of the head. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.